So today we are in Ash Echoes, and this is a closed beta test. I did end up getting invited to the closed beta test. And so first, this is my first closed beta test ever, and I'm also going to talk about all the stuff, like we're going to talk about the character design, how the character is built, the kit, this unique gear system that they have in here, the summon system, which is actually pretty unique, and everything else. Let's get right into it. All right, well, so first, as you can see, I mean, the first thing that pops off is that this beautiful goldfish girl is right here just chilling. But obviously the game is in Japanese. I'm not sure if they're going to add an English dub to it. I know they got English subs, but I just don't know if they're gonna add an English dub. It's still in the, it's still a beta test, so it's still being tested out. But other than that, as you can see, level 12, GBS plays, blah, 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 blah. That's all gonna be wiped anyway once the tests go away. And let's start with the menu screen itself. So you can see all this here. You also can see these randomized, like each time you come into the lobby, by the way. But you can also see like each character that you have. Not all of them gonna be there, obviously, because then like that wouldn't make sense. Like once you load up and then boom, boom, boom. And as you can see right here, this right here is the another wallpaper, because you can have two wallpapers, and we get to what this wallpaper is for anyway in the first place. But this one right here, this is for basically, you can either go for this mode or you can go 2D mode. It just depends on which one you want to go for. And then now let's get into the echomancers and then the story after that, and then we're going to look at the summons. So one thing I do want to state is that these characters look so good. And each character has like an intro like that, because this one is the rate up one right now. This one is a 6-star character. The way it works is they have 6, 5, 4-star characters. So basically SR, well, basically R, SR, and SSR, or you could be like SR, SSR, and UR, depending on how you basically want to say what you want to do. Is the same thing. It's three different kinds of characters you can get. And as you can see, like I said, each one of them have an intro, even though she is a 6-star as well. Like, oh my god, she's beautiful. I love her because she's a goldfish. But okay, well, we got 3 6-stars so far, and we get into why that was kind of easy. But as you can see, like even the 5-stars have the same thing. They all have intros as well, no matter what they are. And some of these are based off probably like things that I just don't know, because I don't know much about history, man. Okay. This one is my favorite right here because she is powerful. But anyway, other than that, you also have combat skills in the game, which basically is the skills that they have. They have a skill right here, which is active skill, auto skill, seed skill, and then a combat trait. And basically what these are is the things that you can use to fight. I show more of that in the combat section when I show all the combat, but just know there are skills there. Then they also have seed. Seed is basically dupes. That's where your dupes are going to go. And the more seeds, the more you unlock these. That's basically what that is. And then you also have milestones as well that you can collect. Now, I haven't fully figured out what these do, but I do know like you basically get them every time you, like when you first get the character in the first place. And then obviously the archive, voice recording, stuff like that. That's obviously it. And then the last thing, which is fitness training. Basically, you can upgrade these stats right here. And they have different stats in the game, like attack, vit, and MST. And those are things like, obviously, if your character is magic, you'll probably want to focus more on the magic kind versus, just putting all attack into it, right? Because why would they need attack if they're a magic wielder in the first place? They're not going to be smacking the people, okay? And as you can see right here, they all have different things as well. Like this one is a DPS burst. This one is a DPS burst as well. This one is a heal barrier, which means that she could heal, and then she could also put a shield up for your team. This one is a DPS tank, which means she could tank, and she also can do a lot of DPS as well. And basically, that's a little bit of the characters. As you can see, like I said, each character has their own little intro, no matter what it is. This is my second favorite because she just looks fire. And that, pop star is pop star. I mean, you can't beat that. But then, as you can see, tank control, they have a lot. AoE, attack, interception. So you're going to want to build characters based on what, the board that's asked you to build them on wants. And then this right here, the 0S0, S1, this is basically how you level them up. It's basically like they level. Just think about it like a regular level system. That's the level system. Proportional, I'm not sure. I haven't unlocked that yet. Whenever I do, I'll make a video on it. I will try, because the beta does end in about 5 days, 6 days, something around that line. The 27th. It's the 23rd right now when I'm making this video. And also, You see the C1 right here. Basically, this is like your main character stats, your actual character that you are portraying to be. That's your stats right there, and that's what that is. And here, memory traces. Now, this right here, memory traces, is basically gear. The memory traces are gear. That's literally what it is. It is no ifs, ands, or buts. It's gear. You have SSR gear that has special animations like these. And as you can see, this one right here has the same thing, right? Yeah, special animations like these. And obviously, the ones below that is just still pictures. But each one of these that you collect, you can also make as like your background for when you switch it to 3D to 2D, so that way you can have that as your background if you want. It just depends on what you want, to be honest. But other than that, as you can see right here, this one gives attack, miss, and then TRM. And obviously, if you're doing like attack build, like your team mainly got attack, or let's say that you needed to boost some more attack in your team, you'll run this. And with these, you can run 5 at a time, I believe. It's between 5 or 6. You can run that many at a time. And basically, also, like you can see, this animation is freaking wild. But anyway, you can run multiple at once. You don't have to just stick to like, oh, I only can run this. So if you needed some, let's say, vitality, which is basically heals, or let's say you needed some defense, which is defense, and you needed some attack as well, you can run those 3 plus 2 other ones. It just depends on what you want to run for the comp that you have. And as you can see right here, this is how the team setup would look. And you can also switch between her if you wanted her, or you can switch between the main character, which is you right here. This is going to be you. They have a male and a female one, so you can pick whichever one you want. It doesn't really matter to me, to be honest. I always go for the female one anyway. But other than that, so you can see you can run up to 8 characters. One of them slots is a character from one of your friends list that you can add, so make sure you add people when this game do come out, so that way you can have multiple strong people that you can use for your friends anyway in the first place. But also, as you can see, here go all the stuff right here, like Vit, which is basically probably like vitality or something like that. That's healing right there, defense, attack, MST, which is basically magic, and then Trim, which is, I'm not entirely sure what the heck Trim is, I'm gonna be honest. But other than that, this is how the team will look. And also, the next thing I did want to talk about a little bit is the story. I'm not gonna get too deep into it. I'm gonna just give my little thoughts on it for how I think of it right now. Now, here we are in combat right here. And before I do talk about the story, I just want to give a little bit on the combat. You go, even though you can pick up to like, even though you can pick up to 7 characters or 8 characters technically, you only control 4 at a time. I kind of wish that they do up this a little bit more, because like as you can see, it's a lot more space. It's a way heck of more space that you can put more characters on. But as you can see, when I try to click a character, it won't allow me, because I will have to X that out and then drag one character onto the field like this to end up putting them on the field. And this is funny how they actually like walk on there, by the way, sometimes. But other than that, that is one thing that I want to talk about. But now I'm just about to let this like auto, so that way I can talk about the story a little bit. All right, so the story mode. The story is actually pretty good. I like it a lot. I kind of skipped through it halfway, only because, not because I didn't like it anymore. I'm gonna be honest, it's literally because I wanted to see a little bit more stuff that could be unlocked, so that way I could get y'all this video. So I sacrificed my story experience for you, okay? But basically, so make sure you like, comment, and subscribe if you're new. Don't forget to share videos. That way, you know, like, it helps on a ton, okay? It helps on a lot. And I see that we have been growing a lot, so do it. Let's go. We out there. Grow the 2K at some point. But anyway, I just wanted to state that the story mode is actually pretty good. I like it a lot. It's actually pretty interesting. So far, what they have is actually, in my eyes, in my opinion, I like it a lot. I think it's actually pretty nice. And also right here, by the way, those are, well, as you can see, she just pulled like one of her own skills, but on the side, they also have skills that pop up as well that you can also use when the battle is basically they all, okay? It's literally just they all. And the 5 stars have certain animations to a point. It pops in here and there, but the 6 stars do have animation that plays almost every time from what I've seen. And yeah, but other than that, let's get into the part that most people want to know is the gacha, and this is actually a good gacha game or not. All right, so let's get into the summoning part, which y'all is here for. So basically in this game, there is 2 things. Obviously, you can summon for the memory traces, aka the gear, or you can summon for the character. It doesn't really matter which one. For the memory traces, you can pick which one you want to get, and if you miss that one that you wanted, you get it guaranteed next time. And the same for the character. If you miss a character you wanted, you get a guarantee next time. It's a 50-50 chance. That's basically what it means. But I know this right here is the selector, and basically how this works is, you know, it's just like any other game where if you reach a certain milestone, you get to select the character that you want and you move on with your day. But the thing I do like about this one is it's not a random thing like in Honkai Star Rail. I believe it was like the first banner was randomized. I can't exactly remember because that was so long ago, I'm gonna be honest. But the way that it worked in this game was this right here was, I believe it was either a 30 limit pull or a 60 limit pull. I can't remember exactly how many pulls you had to do to be able to unlock it. I believe it was 60, and basically you'll spend the 60 and then you get to pick whatever character you want. That's why I got this one right here. And also on the standard banner, there was basically a limited thing as well. The same thing that they do when a game actually does come out, where they give you like, oh, spend 60 pulls in the standard banner and then you can get a chance to get in this character. But do remember that 60 pulls is gonna go away once you do it, and then it's gonna go to the actual pity, which is 80 pulls. It's basically like a little discount to get you into the game so that way you can be invested. To be honest, I'm gonna be real, that's basically what it is for. And that's why I got him, because I missed my 50-50 and I ended up getting her on the next 50-50. But basically once you spend your 60, I still believe it's 60, once you spend your 60, then it goes up to 300, and once you go to 300, then you can pick a character again if you wanted to. And then it's probably gonna keep going until either you get all the characters or they probably just gonna give you a twice, okay, to be honest. But other than that, that is how that works, and that's how the system works. It's just like any other gacha system. You just sit there, you spend, and you hope you get the character, 50-50 chance. And at the same time, you also are hoping for a lot of other stuff, I'm gonna be honest, because the thing that I would say that I'm really excited for is the traces. I can't wait to see like how they actually implement this even more. I do think they need to add a little bit more detail to what these actually are, like what they do, because it's a lot of stuff going on in this game. I will admit, like, you got attack buffers or tank attack dealers, and then you got healing barriers or healing attackers. Like, you got all different weird characters that is made, so you probably will want to make it a little bit more known how they skill work, what they can do for the scene. But also that probably will work also with just like reading as well. But other than that, as you can see, there is a 2.2 after taking into account of the pity system, but the probability is a 1.2. So all this is about standard stuff in the first place anyway. As you see, you can get either 6 stars, and you can get a 5-star, you can get 4 stars. Like that's where it stops, 4, 5, 6. And right here, every 10 times you conduct a standard play, you are guaranteed to attain at least a 5-star or a 6-star. Most of the time you're getting a 5-star until you end up being lucky and getting that, you know, getting that guarantee. Or you just, you know, super lucky and you get it before it will within like 10 pulls. You know, I really do. But other than that, and like you see, duplicate ones to become the duplicate. You can read this and stop it if you want to. It's all the same jargon. It's literally, it's a 50-50 chance. There's like a 1.20 chance of you getting a 6-star. And of that 6-star, that character, obviously that's gonna be a little bit lower of a chance because the rate up character is a rate up character, right? And once you get the rate up character, I mean, you'll know. Like, once you get any 6-star, you'll know. Like, let me show you a summon, how the summon work in the first place. You just, to be honest, if you're on phone, you're swiping down, right? But if you're not on phone, you're on PC, you just hold the thing, swipe it down. Same thing as DK, okay? Same thing as DK. And then it dies, and then boom. Now, I can explain why it dies, but I'm gonna leave that to when the game comes out, when the actual story comes out, because it's a part of the story, to be honest. And then you click on the tiles to unlock them. You can unlock them at 1 by 1 if you wanted to, or you could just like click skip, and then they unlock all the ones that you already have. And if it's a new one, it'll play the animation of the character entering, so that way you can see the animation of the character entering. And as you can see, we got some kitty gifts and some caddy vouchers or whatever. And also that store, well, obviously we can't see the store right now because it's not available, because it's literally a beta test. So why would they have a store in the beta test unless it was letting you keep the characters in your account when it moves over, which would be unfair to everyone. So obviously they're not gonna have that in there, right? And like you see, you wanted to, you can buy more. And also what kitty gifts are, as you can see, is the currency you get when you do pulls on the banner, so that way you can get more pulls or get more whatever the heck you want, right? It just depends on what you want, right? But yeah, at the end of the day, that is actually this game. That is Ash Echoes. So far, I'm gonna be completely honest with y'all, completely real, 100% real. Like, no clickbait or nothing. Should you play this game? I think you should. I think the game is actually pretty unique. Like, the characters look good. The kits look interesting as heck. I'm gonna be completely honest with you all. And then also, like look at this. Like, what game do you know that support like every character? Every character has an intro. It shows that they actually care about the game. Now, at the end of the day, I do hope this game actually succeed. And when it comes out, I will be playing it. So make sure you like, comment, subscribe for that. But I do think that you probably should at least just give it a shot. You don't have to download the game and then spend numerous amount of money on it, right? You just download it, give it a shot, see if it's your kind of type. If it's not, it's not. If it is, it is. I really do hope they do add voice acting in this game for English, so that way I can like not have to read. But to be honest, this is one of the games, like, this is rare for me. This is one of the games that I actually would sit there and read. The only other game that I do that for right now is Nikke, because the story is so good. But because, you know, sometimes they don't voice act characters in certain stories. But yeah. But other than that, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe if you're new. Don't forget to share the video. This is Ash Echoes, and I just want to say, should you summon? No, because there ain't anything to summon on. But you should subscribe to this channel.